All right, today we are doing lesson 30, and it's about subtracting 3-digit numbers with regrouping. We've already done some of this. You guys probably feel okay with it. Hopefully you feel good about it, but we're going to do a very quick little mini lesson before you get started with your practice for the day. Okay, I don't know why they all showed up teeny tiny, so I have to blow every single one of them up, and it's hard because they start twisting when I make them bigger. Okay, so our very first example in our book, if you want to follow along and you can see it better there, that's fine. It says find the difference of $365 minus $187. So they have it set up for you right over here already. It says that we write the first number on top. So when you're given a problem that's horizontal like this, you always take the first number and put it on top. Then you're going to subtract 187 from that top number. But the problem is I can't take 7 from 5. So that means that I've got to borrow from this 6 right here in the tens place, which leaves me with 5. So here it's breaking down each step. So it's showing that I'm borrowing. I've left with 5, and now I'm going to regroup. So I'm going to add 110 for 10 ones. So this 5 ones now becomes 15 ones, and I'm subtracting to get 8. I do the following over again when I go to subtract 5 minus 8, because again, I can't take 8 away from 5. 5 is too small. So I come over here to the 3 and I borrow. I take out 10, and then I move that over here and I add 10 ones to 5, so that turns it into 15 minus 8, which is 7. And then the last step is to do the 2 minus 1, which is 1. So my answer should be $178. Do y'all feel okay with borrowing and regrouping?
Yeah.
I know it's something that you guys have done, but I want to make sure that we still feel good about it before we keep going. Oh, good. Easy. I like it. Okay. All right, example 2. Before she spent $1.12, Olivia had $4.10. What amount of money does she have now? So to do this one, I want y'all to just look right down here. I started with $4.10. She spent $1.12, and it's showing you the steps for how to borrow and regroup. I can't do 0 minus 2, so I jump over here to the 1 and I borrow from this. How much does that leave me with if I borrow from that 1?
0.
It leaves me with 0, which makes this 10. So 10 minus 2 is 8. Now I've got to do 0 minus 1, and I cannot do that. So I've got to borrow from the 4. Wait, hold on. Let me see what they're doing. Oh, I've got it. It's misaligned, I think. Okay, so I would borrow from the 4, which would leave me with 3. See how it's off a little bit? That's confusing. Sorry, guys. And then this would become 10. So 10 minus 1 is 9. And then the last thing I do is 3 minus 1 to get 2. So 298. A great way to check your work on problems like this, and I always recommend checking your work. Take your answer, 298, add it to this part here, which is 112, and see if you end up where you started. So you add it all together, and you should end up with, oh, hang on. That would be 11, carry my 1, 410. And if it matches what you started with right here, then you know you did it right. Okay? Always check your work. Double check it, especially if you have any doubt in your mind at all. Okay, example 3. During a special 15% off sale at a sporting goods store, the price of a $9.49 baseball cap will be reduced by $1.42. First of all, what does it mean if we reduce something? What does it mean if we reduce something? Am I adding to it? I'm taking away. Okay, so if I had a hat for $9.49 and it's reduced by $1.42, then I want to figure out a reasonable estimate of the sale price of the cap, so the new price of the cap. And it says estimate here, which is a big word. Big word meaning what? It's not a big, long word. What do I mean by big? Why is that big, and why is that important?
You need to know how to estimate.
You got to know how to estimate, okay? Does it mean solve for the exact answer and do $9.49 minus $1.42? No. Because of the word estimate, or estimate in this case, we want to round these numbers to make them easier to work with. So it's telling me right here, it says we can use compatible numbers to estimate. Does anybody know what compatible numbers are?
The same number.
They're not the same number.
Oh, numbers that are easy to like
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, they're numbers that are easy to work with together. Compatible means they just go well together, okay? So if you have compatible numbers, you're looking at numbers that go really well together. They're easy to work with. So we want to use compatible numbers to estimate these numbers. So what it's telling us to do is $9.49 is close to $9.50. And then $1.42 is also pretty close to $1.50. So I could do $1.50. And subtracting $1.50 from $9.50 is a lot easier than doing this method up here. Don't y'all agree? I think so for sure. $9.50 minus $1.50. We know 50 cents minus 50 cents is what?
0.
Just 0. And then 9 minus 1 is 8. It's a whole lot easier. And you can actually probably do that in your head when you simplify it like that. Okay, so the reasonable estimate of the sale price would be 8. Skipped one. Almost done. Okay, we've got a couple of practice problems here. I should have told y'all to bring your whiteboards. Bring your whiteboards next time. Bring your whiteboards on Monday, every day. Yes, you do. Everybody does.
Yes, we do. In Miss we don't. In Miss Amon's class, we just have like just bring one.
Oh, well then you have to bring one.
Yeah, we don't
with
have
you.
our own.
Okay, A is $365 and $287. I want to subtract the two. So y'all walk me through this. What do I do first with the 5 and the 7?
You can't do it, so you have to go next door and borrow from the next one. But you
Okay.
can't do that one either. Yeah.
So that leaves me with 5. And what happens to the 5 that I couldn't use at first? What does it turn into?
58.
15. So 15 minus 7 is 8. Now 5 minus 8. Can I do that?
No.
So I go next door again and borrow. That becomes 15. 15 minus 8 is 7, and 2 minus 2 is 0. So that would be $78. Okay, for B, $4.30 minus $1.18. So what do I do if I can't do 0 minus 8?
Go to the 3, make it a 2. Go to the 0, make it a 2.
Very good. So 10 minus 8 is? 2 minus 1 is? And 4 minus 1 is?
3.
Very good, guys. Y'all are a bunch of mathematicians in here. Okay, 563 minus 356. Somebody raise your hand to walk me through this one. Okay, yes, start me off.
So you take the 3 minus 6, so you go to the 6, cross it out and make it a 5. Then you go to the 3, make it 13. And you do 13 minus 6, 7 equals 7. And then you go 5 minus 5 equals 0. Then 5 minus 3, 2.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, what about the next one? D, 240 minus 65. Don't make me pick somebody. Yes, I will. You want to do it? Okay, walk me through it. First, what I do, it's horizontal, so can I do any work like this?
No. I mean, you can, but no.
It's gonna be pretty
What should I do then?
Bring
Put the 240 on top of the 665.
Like this?
No,
Why?
because the 6 should be in the tens place, not the hundreds.
Very good. Okay. All right, now walk me through it.
And then you can't subtract 0 minus 5, so you borrow from the 4 to make 10.
What? I don't know what you mean.
No.
I borrow from the 4.
And make the 0 a 10.
Okay. So 10 minus 5.
Just 5.
Okay.
And you can't do 3
Oh,
minus
this is a 3. Okay.
Can't do 3 minus 6, so you borrow from the 2 and
Okay.
make it 13.
Good.
And then you subtract 13 minus 6, which is 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put and you subtract 1 minus 0, which is 1.
Perfect. Thank you. Great job. All right. Next one. 459 minus 176. Walk me through it.
So you have to get 459 over 156. So, that's 3, but 100. And then a root of 5, make that a 1.
Here.
Yeah, and then take away the 4, and then make that a 3. So then 15 minus 7 8, and then 3 minus 1, 2.
Beautiful. And the last one?
You do 157 over 98. And you can't do 7 minus 8, so the 5 becomes a 4, and the 7 becomes 17. And then 17 minus 8 is 9. 4. Is that a 4?
Mm-hmm.
You can't do 4 minus 9, so the 1 becomes a 0. The 4 becomes 14. And 14 minus 9 is 5.
Does everybody agree?
Yeah.
What? Okay. Very good. Oops. That's it for today. Little mini lesson. So for your lesson today, you're going to be starting, that's not going to work because I had it itty bitty. All right, it's going to be on pages 198 to 200. It's lesson 30. I'm going to pass out your paper to you. Please show all necessary work. You guys have about 20 minutes. Use your time wisely.